Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Monday, April 14, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We're having a time for change call this Wednesday night after 9:15 p.m., and we're going to take a look at really, truly, what's actually going on. When you figure that our entire lives are created from our emotional state, this is the powerful energy that creates our reality. Everything that shows up in our outer world is a direct match with our emotional belief system. This is Melanie Tonya Evans. You want to make sure that you're in a comfortable position, relaxed into your body, still as a statue, focusing on your breath rising and falling. We have energy in motion on a continual basis. Energy flows constantly. It vibrates at different frequencies. Some frequencies, with the technology on this planet, you can't even detect. And what's the purpose of that? Well, you have 8.5 billion of us on this planet, and our emotions, E, energy in motion, E, motion, is basically creating everything. It could be anything. It doesn't matter. You're affecting all of the energy, depending on your mood, every single time. There's not, you don't miss the target, let's put it that way. Now we get, as I've said over and over, that these bodies are highly emotional. And when we get miffed or we get irritated or we get stressed out or happy, joyous, then that energy is moving, it's forming and creating. It's like this planet. How do you think this planet was created? It wasn't created by a big bang, I'll guarantee you that. But energy forms, puts things together, comes together. Energy attracts energy. It's like attracts like. But you don't know that. In fact, you're totally not in sync with that. You go through life. You get upset, you get happy, you get in between. And it's like when you're focused on something, you're worried about something, and it keeps coming up, right? So then all of a sudden you decide, you ask yourself, what is it that you want? Stop focusing on this over here and putting this energy over here, because that energy is flowing, and it's creating. So you say, I'm going to focus on what I want over here. Well, what do you want? This is what I want. Okay. So, every one of us our feelings, while we're in these bodies, the feelings in these bodies, are the energetic super fuel from which every physical manifestation in our lives was created. Every one of us, every being, situation, and thing that we wanted or didn't want to manifest into our lives happened because there was a strong positive or negative feeling behind some thought that you had. We all know that nothing is coincidence or by chance in this world. We are vibrational beings molding our world based on the ideas and emotions we unconsciously entertain. And by being more open and sensitive to our feelings, we naturally discover the very source of all feelings, where we can truly master our emotions and effortlessly attract our greatest dream. Obviously, we need feelings to manifest our dreams. What would be the point of winning the lotto jackpot if you didn't feel elated? Now, you probably have seen some people, right, that they come into some wealth or something, but they seem, it's almost as if on the outside, they don't show any real excitement or emotion. Now, you could look at somebody on the outside, and they have like a stern look on their face, and they just don't appear to be happy, but unbeknownst to you, underneath, they're elated. It's just it's how some of us function. We're vibrational beings. We're constantly vibrating. These bodies are vibrating all the time. And we're molding our world based on the ideas and emotions we unconsciously entertain. And by being more open and sensitive to our feelings, you'll naturally discover the very source of all feelings, where you can truly master your emotions and effortlessly attract your greatest dream. Now, our feelings are what allow us to tap into the divine experiences within our soul, as well as the small, limited, humble sensations that make us human. Without tapping into our emotional nature, we cannot connect with love, be loved by, and have compassion for people around us. So, if you want to live a rich, full life, it is time for you to remove all your judgments and fears about your feelings and let go of whatever beliefs that have been restricting you from being wildly alive. People who are deeply in touch with their feelings hold a special gift for creating amazing relationships, as well as the greatest secret to remaining aligned with their highest manifesting vibration. Now, these beings have the ability to truly dive into any feeling, welcome it completely, and then let that feeling grow and surge within their body. By dwelling on the feeling of what it's like to have already manifested your desired outcome, you are communicating a request to this universe, stating that you actually want this experience to manifest. Sure, you can visualize whatever it is. It could be anything. It's going to magically materialize until you are blue in the face, yet you have little chance in manifesting it with effortless ease until you can feel yourself embracing it, using it, whatever. So some of us may be wondering, how can a being be in tune with all their feelings that arise throughout the day while still remaining focused on the joy, gratitude, and excitement of manifesting their dream? Discovery here is to allow yourself to feel each feeling you have in the moment so fully, deeply, and completely that you can truly digest it and let it go. The more intimate you can become with your emotional body, the easier it is to process through any challenging experience that bubbles up. If you cannot let go of a certain feeling, you'll notice that it tends to attract similar situations and people. The key is in the art of allowing and knowing that everything is transient in this life. This feeling, too, shall soon pass, so why not explore it fully? The main reason why emotions have become such a challenge for people on this planet is that they were trained not to deal with them. Not to deal with them. And as we're all members of this modern society, we were most likely conditioned to remain up in the control tower of the head and suppress our feelings below. Now, you may feel uncomfortable with any public display of emotion and think you should always remain poised and in control. And from the time you were young, you may have internalized messages from your parents, such as stop crying or stop being angry, And over time you may have learned to automatically stifle your feelings and become like a robot that does the right thing and is impervious to any wild feeling that comes your way. As a child, we were like a great genie who could manifest any experience we wanted. And with the awesome power of imagination, we were totally free to invent whatever experience we desired. And if and when you decided to imagine having a tea party with the King and Queen of England, you were truly there in your mind, your entire world for many years. Then as you grew larger, tested your boundaries, your behavior may not have been agreeable with society's standards. So you were shoved into an emotional bottle after years of being contained by parents, limiting beliefs, tight social standards. Your true magical powers were bound under double-plated glass. This way, you would be accepted by the crowd, become like the rest of the flock, and never engage in the experience of being wild, free, and the complete master of your world. And it is amazing that so many of us, where does it start? It starts when we were kids. And we carry a lot of that. We carry quite a bit of it. And the secret to freeing ourselves from any childhood prison is that we still might be trapped in today, is in befriending our emotions. This means we are giving ourselves total permission to feel anything and everything that shows up, especially from our childhood. The greatest paradox about the secret is that when you can allow yourself to feel an outrageous sense of failure, then you can also access the feelings of unstoppable success. Once you feel one side of the spectrum and relax into it, the emotional pendulum will naturally swing to the other end on its own accord. It may feel scary to let yourself feel things that are dark, depressing, angry, or sad inside you. Yet when you're free to experience these heavier emotions, you also liberate yourself to engage in the lighter feelings, such as total joy, outrageous bliss, and absolute freedom. The greatest truth of all is that we cannot completely control our feelings, nor would we want to. If and when we try to keep certain emotions buried underground, they will eventually find their way out to be expressed. That's why people who repress years of guilt, self-blame, and anger end up contracted diseases like cancer. They contract them. They have them. The body has to release these energies in some way, and if they are not going to be expressed emotionally, and make the commitment now to letting yourself be an emotional human being, give your body permission to feel whatever it's feeling. And you'll soon discover there's a whole new world that exists inside you. A lot of us have been trained to suppress our feelings, our emotions, because we're afraid that we're not going to be accepted. So we have years of practice from childhood all the way up into adulthood and we do it, we don't stop doing it in adulthood, we just continually do it. We suppress ourselves. We suppress our feelings and emotions. And then after a while it gets so locked up, it's really difficult to let go, to embrace joy and experience. Because, you know, you get in the habit and you do it year after year after year after year after year. You're conditioned. This is why you'll see a lot of people, and you kind of connect the dots. Why is everyone on the planet sicker than they ever have been before? Stress factors are higher. The conditioning is more stringent. And so we become more and more stressed, more and more anxiety-filled. And it doesn't mean you have to, it's not like it's front and center. It can be in the background and you don't even know it. It's unconscious. And then all of a sudden, you know, they come down with certain things in their bodies. And then instead of embracing those things and not sitting down and talking about it with whatever it is, we suppress them. Or we get angry, conflicting. And yeah, you are the one who will decide to do certain things. So you do you do whatever you can yourself to start feeling your feelings more. Listen to music that moves you. Watch a romantic, tear-jerking movie. Or just talk to a friend about where you're truly at in your love life. The goal here is to open up and feel all of life. Feel your feelings as much and as often as you possibly and continually open up to whatever feeling is there in every situation without judging yourself in the process. If perhaps you feel that you are already too emotional and that your emotions run your life, then great. You've opened the emotional floodgates and have graduated past the first level. Your job now is to feel the deeper, peaceful feelings buried beneath your typical overly dramatic emotional feelings. You'll only find these by feeling your feelings all the way down to the very core of your being. The feeling of peace is always here. When you have discovered how to access this feeling within whatever situation that rises, then you will have truly mastered your emotions and your life. It's kind of like you decide to dump it all out and then sift through it. It really, you picture a big barrel and you just dump it all out. And you look at all of it. You're not judging yourself at all. Every day, you'll be able to dive deeper into the core of your heart and feel the lightness of your being. This may be the greatest motivating factor to doing the exercise in the first place. What is the exercise? Well, you empty yourself out 100%. Find some way to forgive whoever, whatever, the person, send them love and ask for their forgiveness. Deeply, eternally love this person. Bring your focus to the armor that was around your heart and tell your shields, thank you for protecting me. That you no longer need you. Goodbye. Gently remove your shielding by imagining that you are throwing them into the universal recycle bin. Watch them be destroyed and notice how you feel being free from this heavy armor. This may be scary for you at first, for it is, if you are a newborn naked baby in a wild, thorny world, be very gentle with yourself, as you will need to practice being lighter, more emotionally available. Take your time to establish a sense of being comfortable with your vulnerable, open heart and bring this quality into your current day relationships. And you process this and practice it. The soul that you are is real. And the ego is simply its unreal shadow. If you believe you need to protect yourself from others to feel safe in this world, you are merely attracting situations where you will feel the need to use this false protection. Once you have truly removed the armor around your heart, you'll see there never was anything to protect. Those shields are only limiting you from feeling all your feelings. By letting them go, you'll be forced to move forward in your relationships, where you'll truly evolve as a spiritual being and can start manifesting the life your heart has only dreamed of. You know, we talk a lot about it should be front and center, but we still get pulled away. There's a magic to this, is slowing down and enjoying your life. And make a concerted effort to do so. And not see, this is all connected. Because then you don't have the concern through ego mind that you can't slow down, you've got too much to do. So you slow down and enjoy this life. It's not only the scenery you miss by going too fast. You also miss the sense of where you are going and why. Eddie Cantor. And many of us, in the hustle and bustle of this modern world, can easily lose our center. We can get caught up in the outer world, thinking about the next important thing we need to accomplish, and forget the joy of slowing down and savoring our lives. Every time we rush through an experience, we miss out on bathing in the source of true happiness. Rushing causes us to fail to notice this divine moment, distracting us from being in awe of this awesome, magical, intelligent life force that is pouring through us right now. And see, a lot of us won't do that because we begin to feel guilty or embarrassed. All kinds of those feelings through ego mind come in. And they're all illusions, period. When we slow down in this life, we can feel its wonderful, powerful presence. The divine is present here, now, within every thought, feeling, and activity that moves through us. With slowing our life down, driving in stop-and-go traffic for 4 hours suddenly becomes a gateway to the divine. And life is simply a blur. This is what happens. This is most of us, not all of us, most of us, is a blur when we race through our day like we are signed up for the Winter Olympics. The day becomes one forgettable scene after another with little or no connection to the calm, peaceful ocean of bliss found deeper within our being. And when we stop and choose to live our lives at the speed of nature, how fast your hair grows, you feel that you actually have the time to perceive the beauty of each sunset and can see the divinity reflecting within you. Anytime you relapse, start speed skating again across the surface of your life, remember one thing. The underlying peace, joy, and total fulfillment abides at the core of your being. You already are this peaceful, bliss-filled being that you're seeking. And by rushing along at breakneck speeds to get somewhere better, you fly right on by the sacred, deep, eternal, loving treasure deeper within you. You will know. You will experience. You decide. You slow down, you naturally become more conscious. And as you become more conscious, you naturally slow down. The more conscious you are, the easier it is to master your mind. And the outcomes, it manifests into your world. You are the creative genius behind every moment of your life along the way. So why not create exactly what makes your heart sing? Be present to this moment, enough to see that your life is always unfolding with the most divine intelligence behind it. From this perspective, we realize that everything happens in our lives for a bigger reason. Nothing occurs by luck or misfortune. It's because on some deeper level, a more intelligent aspect of ourself intended it to. And you've heard me say many times, there's an old wisdom that says rushing is an act of violence against your soul. If you are already entangled deep in the rushing habit, you also have developed a poverty-stricken relationship with time. And when time is not abundant, suffering instantly begins. And when you are always in rush mode or live with a tight grip around the clock, you'll always feel you're running late, constantly falling behind, an overpacked schedule, which, while showing up in a neurotic state, under delivering your divine essence to everyone. It's good to know that these are the secrets to creating suffering. Living at top speed, how could anyone connect with the all-expansive cosmic truth of their innermost being? Without time for inner relaxation, or in your day, there's no way this true pleasure can sneak in. The secret to stop violating your soul now is creating a new relationship with time. One where you have an abundance of it, and you are its master. Every time you rush through an experience, you miss the opportunity to create a more amazing life around you. Rushing narrows the pathways, all of them, in your brain. Blinds you from seeing the infinite possibilities all around you. The simple, sweet power within your very soul gets easily bypassed in the multitude of things to do in a fast-paced lifestyle. Your innermost being is so sweet and precious. Do not miss it. You only have this moment to experience it now. And now that moment is not gone. It is here, now, ready for you again. Life always happens one moment at a time, and no moment is ever repeated. When this moment, this experience is deeply savored, you can always find this awesome, precious gem, even in life's most unwanted moments. Many of us rush through life experiences or postpone them. And when we have too much on our plate and feel that we have to do it all. And when you feel you're obligated to do anything, you aren't planning to or on enjoying it. And when you approach your have-tos in this life as get-tos, everything changes. Then you can meet and greet your day with an open-minded, positive consciousness. Then you are truly able to enjoy any experience that floats your way, no matter what it is. Life is always giving us gifts that we can enjoy. Each moment has one. And when you are too rushed or uncaring to receive it, then you've missed life completely. Join you in a meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. And an easy and slow breath out through the mouth. Remain relaxed into your body. Still as a statue, focused on your breath rising and falling. You are here to share love and be loved. Love is the cause of joy in our lives. Fear is the cause of all suffering. And each moment is our choice as to what we wish to experience. Check it out. Take this with you for the rest of the day into the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here Tuesday, April 15, 2025, after 3:15 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest. Eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you or outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.